Good evening and welcome to your primetime news on TV1. We at Newsfirst extend our warmest wishes for a peaceful and joyful Christmas to all our viewers. Bringing you the news tonight, I am Shalini Ratnamira.
And I'm Jihad Habdin. Here are headlines for tonight.
Christmas celebrated with devotion worldwide. Papal blessings to the world from the Vatican. Jesus Christ showed us the path of righteousness, says the Archbishop of Colombo.
අද ලෝකයේ දේශ බලන කාල අපිට පෙනෙන්නේ සාමය බිඳුණු පරිසරයක්.
Christmas spirit returns to Bethlehem after 2 years. Ukraine celebrates Christmas amid the flames of war. 5 arrested with narcotics in southern seas. Steps taken to detain and question the suspects. Main suspect in Ragama T-56 case arrested. Another T-56 rifle recovered from Grand Pass. A pistol also found in Pilyandala. Veteran actor Satish Chandra Edirisinghe bids adieu.
And on to those stories in detail. In your top story tonight, the glorious Christmas celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, who brought the message of peace to the world, was welcomed last night at midnight. The main service for Christmas, spreading the message of peace and harmony across the globe, was held yesterday at St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican.
Last night, St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican once again dazzled the world with its stunning Christmas spectacle. The midnight mass held at this sacred landmark celebrated the birth of Jesus Christ and his timeless message of peace. Braving the rain, thousands of devoted worshippers gathered at the grand St. Peter's Square, their presence illuminating the night with faith and devotion. Presiding over the service, His Holiness Pope Leo XIV warmly welcomed the congregation, spreading a message of hope and unity to all.
The Basilica of St. Peter's is very large, but unfortunately it is not large enough to receive all of you. I admire and respect and thank you for your courage and your wanting to be here this evening.
One of the most notable moments of the sacred celebration was the Holy Father wearing, for the first time, the white silk sash known as the fascia, adorned with his official papal insignia. He then proceeded to solemnly begin the main Christmas midnight mass. This historic service also marked the first Christmas night mass celebrated by His Holiness Pope Leo XIV since assuming the papacy following the passing of Pope Francis in April this year. Adding to the significance of the occasion, children from different parts of the world took part in the liturgy, symbolizing unity and hope.
As long as the night of error obscures this providential truth, then there's no room for others either, for children, for the poor, for the stranger. These words of Pope Benedict XVI remain a timely reminder that on earth there is no room for God if there is no room for the human person. To refuse one is to refuse the other. Yet, where there is room for the human person, there is room for God. Even a stable can become more sacred than a temple, and the womb of the Virgin Mary become the Ark of the New Covenant. Let us marvel, dear brothers and sisters, at the wisdom of Christmas. In the child Jesus, God gives the world a new life, His own, offered for all. He does not give us a clever solution to every problem, but a love story that draws us in. And in response to the expectations of peoples, He sends a child to be a word of hope. In the face of the suffering of the poor, He sends one who is defenseless to be the strength to rise again before violence and oppression. He kindles a gentle light that illumines with salvation all the children of this world.
After 2 years of subdued Christmases, with public celebrations cancelled as the war in Gaza raged, festive activities returned to Bethlehem last night. With a tenuous ceasefire now in place in Gaza, the holy city in the occupied West Bank cautiously revived its festive customs, symbolized by the lighting of its iconic Christmas tree in front of the Church of the Nativity on Manger Square on the 6th of December. Bethlehem, believed to be the birthplace of Jesus Christ, remains one of the most sacred and deeply revered sites for Christians around the world. Meanwhile, Palestinians living in the Gaza Strip also celebrated Christmas yesterday for the first time in 2 years. Notre Dame de Paris, which was severely damaged in a 2019 fire, celebrated Christmas at midnight yesterday. Following extensive restoration work and its reopening, the cathedral hosted its first Christmas service today, attended by a large congregation. US President Donald Trump spent part of Christmas Eve bantering with kids about their Christmas lists, updating families about Santa Claus's whereabouts, and reminding one child who wavered on leaving out cookies that the big guy has a serious appetite. The President and First Lady Melania Trump, who are at Mar-a-Lago for the holidays, fielded calls that were routed through the North American Aerospace Defense Command, whose annual Santa tracking hotline received nearly 400,000 calls last year. NORAD also runs an online service that logs Santa's route across the globe.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead.
Video games.
That will on him.
Yes.
Right.
I hope he will be
Yeah.
right. I
Go
hope
ahead.
the dreams come true.
That has a tracker on him.
Okay.
Well, we track Santa all over the world. We want to make sure that Santa is being good. Santa's a very good person. We want to make sure that he's not infiltrated, that we're not infiltrating into our country a bad Santa. So we found out that Santa is good.
Thank you. Bye.
Santa loves you. Santa loves Oklahoma like I do. You know, Oklahoma was very good to me in the election, so I love Oklahoma. Don't ever leave Oklahoma, okay?
Okay, I'll try.
Good.
Santa's gonna be here.
Well, Santa's going to stop over tonight, leave you a lot of beautiful presents, like really beautiful presents. What do you want more than anything else? What present would you like?
Dollhouse.
Wow, a dollhouse. I think we can work that out. I have a feeling, Mommy, that we can work that out, right?
Family.
I think Santa's going to bring you the most beautiful dollhouse you've ever seen, okay? Let me know how good the dollhouse is, but we owe a lot to Santa, so I think Santa will fulfill your wish, okay? Thank you, honey. Take care of yourself.
NORAD has tracked Santa's progress every Christmas Eve since 1955, and the past few presidents have taken a handful of the Colorado-based military command's calls. After the event, which was followed by calls with U.S. service members, Trump put the focus back on politics in a holiday message he delivered on Truth Social. Earlier in the week, U.S. President Donald Trump announced a warrior dividend payment to U.S. servicemen. The Princess of Wales and Princess Charlotte have performed a piano duet together for a Christmas carol service. Their performance of a piece of music by Scottish composer Erland Cooper was pre-recorded at Windsor Castle last week, specifically for the event's Christmas Eve broadcast. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed the nation on Christmas Eve, recalling a traditional belief that the heavens open on this night and that Ukrainians make a single wish. He said that Ukrainians wish for every family to live in harmony and for every child to rejoice in gifts, smiles and faith in goodness and miracles.
Але коли звертаємось до Бога, звісно, ми просимо ширше, просимо про мир для України. Ми боремось за це і молимось за це. І на це заслуговуємо.
Aboard the International Space Station, NASA astronauts Mike Fink, Zena Cardman and Chris Williams, along with Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency astronaut Kimiya Yui, wished a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season to Earth in a message recorded on the 17th of December 2025. The four astronauts are in the middle of a long-duration mission, living and working aboard the microgravity laboratory. The goal of their mission is to advance scientific knowledge and demonstrate new technologies for future human and robotic exploration missions as part of NASA's Moon and Mars exploration approach, including lunar missions through NASA's Artemis program.
And so from all of us aboard the International Space Station to all of you, we would like to wish you the happiest of holiday season, the happiest of Christmas, Merry Christmas, and a happy, happy New Year.
A Christmas Mass was held last night at St. Anthony's Church in Kirmatiagara Mahara in Kadavatha. The service was broadcast live on Sirasa TV.
Jesus
was born to bring love and happiness to the lives of those who have long been marginalized, helpless and oppressed. This Christmas, the Lord calls each of us to bring love, affection and joy to these broken lives.
ජීවිතවලට ආදරය සෙනෙහස හිනාව අරගෙන යන්නට අපව කැඳවනවා.
The Christmas Mass at Christ Church, Galway, Colombo was held last night under the leadership of Reverend Father Christy Joseph. The service is scheduled to be broadcast on Sirasa TV tonight at 10:30 p.m.
My dear friends, the Christmas that we are celebrating this year is very much similar to the first Christmas where Jesus was born in Bethlehem. In that context, we know, as written in the Bible, there was fear, there was darkness, there was cold, no proper place in the inn, not much comfort, not enough medical facilities, and it almost like displaced. Jesus was born in a manger in Bethlehem. This is the context about 2000 years back in Bethlehem. But we need to understand that there was a shining star which gave light, which gave warmth, the guidance, and that light of the star dispelled the darkness. So that shining star, the light, gave hope for the future. And why I am saying that today this celebration of Christmas is very much similar to the first Christmas. When we look at our context in Sri Lanka, we know some days back the Ditwa cyclone created landslide, floods, and have affected almost all the 25 districts in Sri Lanka. And the whole nation, the whole community, Sri Lankan community, was affected. So even now in the life of people, there is fear, there is doubt, there is hopeless situation, and because of this problem there is an economic crisis, and this is a darkness which has covered the entire society today in Sri Lanka. In John's Gospel chapter 1 verse 5, it says, light shines in the darkness. Light shines in the darkness. But the darkness has not understood it. John chapter 1 verse 5. Therefore, my dear friends, it is our hope and prayer this night as we come to participate in the midnight Christmas service that Jesus Christ, who brought the light at first Christmas, will enlighten all our society by eliminating darkness from our society.
The Archbishop of Colombo, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit, emphasized that Christmas is not a commercial product. He urged the faithful to follow the path shown by Jesus to understand and live the true meaning of Christmas.
Marking the dawn of a blessed Christmas, Sri Lanka's main Christmas service was held yesterday at St. Mary's Church in Uswatakayawa under the leadership of His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit, Archbishop of Colombo.
Peace is essentially for humanity. Yet, when we look at the world today, we see a fractured environment, a world struggling to rebuild from the shadows of conflict. True freedom is not living enslaved to wealth or power. When we are bound by this, we are no longer free. Even in Sri Lanka, after independence, our society has often been divided by jealousy, rivalry and discord. Political divisions and selfish ambitions have prevented the country from achieving a truly prosperous and harmonious state. When we constantly step on others to elevate ourselves or justify wrongdoing for personal gain, we lose the essence of freedom. This is why Christ came into the world, to teach us to act in environments where innocence and the vulnerable are respected, where the poor are not left powerless, and where life is lived
with dignity, not exploitation. Christmas is not a festival of commerce, decorations or gifts. Its true significance lies in Jesus Christ, who showed us the path of love, humanity and service. A path to follow from birth to death. Even when disasters strike, such as the recent floods that caused massive destruction, we must reflect on how human greed, mismanagement and environmental destruction worsen the suffering. Political and social negligence, the exploitation of nature and selfish accumulation of wealth have left many struggling to survive. On this Christmas Day, let us look inward. If we have acted selfishly or allowed desire to govern our lives, let us seek forgiveness. Let us allow ourselves and others to experience true freedom and peace. Only by embracing humility, compassion and generosity can we live in a world where freedom and peace are shared by all.
අප රටට පොදු වශයෙන්ුත් අපේ එකිනෙක කෙනාට මේ නිදහස අත්දකින්නට මේ සාමය අත්දකින්නට ඉඩ ලැබෙන්නේ.
A Christmas service was held at the Cathedral of Christ, the Living Saviour in Colombo, under the leadership of Bishop of Colombo, Right Reverend Father Dushante Rodrigo. A large number of devotees participated in the service and obtained blessings. The midnight Christmas Mass at St. Anthony's Church in Kochikade was held last night with the participation of a large congregation led by Auxiliary Bishop of Colombo, Most Reverend Dr. J.D. Anthony Jaikodi. The Christmas Mass of St. Peter's Church in Corolavalla, Moratua, was held under the leadership of Reverend Father Sagara Pereira. The midnight service at the National Shrine of Our Lady of Mathura was presided over by the site administrator Reverend Father Sampath Vilegoda. The Christmas Mass at the church dedicated to the Blessed Mother Teresa of Kolkata in Thalagaswala, Alpetia was also solemnly observed. A large congregation gathered at the Shrine of Christ the Healer in Vatican to celebrate Christmas, joining in the festive Mass. Another special Christmas service was held at the Queen of the Holy Rosary Cathedral in Gaul. The main Christmas Mass of Hatton was conducted at the Holy Cross Church, Hatton. Catholic devotees celebrated the Christmas Mass at St. Mary's Cathedral in Badulla, while St. Mark's Church in Badulla also hosted a festive midnight service attended by many faithful. A special Christmas service was conducted under the leadership of Reverend Father Ushanta Kumara at the historic Christ Church in Baddegama. The Christmas service at the Church of St. Joseph's in Vennapur was led by its parish priest, Reverend Father Linton Nihal Fernando. The midnight Christmas Mass at St. Anthony's Cathedral in Kandy was presided over by the Bishop of Kandy, Reverend Father Valence Mendes. Christmas carols were performed at Sri Pada Chaitya Rama Temple in Baddegama. The Baddegama Historic Christ Church Christmas Carol Group, organised by the Baddegama Divisional Secretariat, took part in the event. The choir of the Dhamma School also presented a devotional song. a Christmas celebration was held at the Ganegoda Purana Viharya in Kumbalgama, Mathura. The chief incumbent of the Ganegoda Purana Viharya, Venerable Ratmal Katiye Siridamathera, the administrator of the Valigama Relief Centre, Father Charles Heba Wasam and Maulavi Muhammad Nizam Al-Hajj also participated in this event. A service was also organized at the Lighthouse Christ Church, which was flooded with water due to the disaster that affected the Gampala area. The service was organized under the leadership of Father Jacob Ratnam.
President Anura Kumar Dissanayake, in his Christmas message, invited everyone to celebrate Christmas by facing the painful truths of reality, overcoming challenges and rising together as a nation. Issuing his Christmas greetings, the President stated that this year's Christmas is celebrated at a time when the nation is rebuilding with determination after facing a deeply painful natural disaster.
The President emphasized that based on the true meaning of Christmas, which is love, peace, joy, sharing and sacrifice, priority should be given to helping those affected with a sense of brotherhood and committing to the liberation of all mankind. In his message, President Dissanayake noted that the people of this country have repeatedly proven the noble human quality of embracing one's neighbor in times of distress without abandonment, a core teaching of Christianity and all religions during the recent disaster. Furthermore, he invited everyone to build a society where love for one's neighbor, peace and unity prevail, rooted in sacrifice and empathy. Issuing her Christmas message, Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya says that the love and empathy shown by the people who cast aside all differences to stand united and collective for their fellow citizens in distress is highly commendable. The Prime Minister stressed that following the recent natural disasters, all communities must act with a sole objective and collective responsibility to restore the country to normalcy. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya further remarked that this is the moment for all segments of society to unite for the future of the nation with one purpose. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya called on everyone to celebrate Christmas by demonstrating to the world the noble doctrine preached by Jesus Christ, to love one another. The special allowance of 5,000 rupees given by the Ministry of Child and Women Affairs to pregnant mothers for Christmas was distributed yesterday at the Divisional Secretariat offices. 3,750,000 rupees were distributed yesterday to 750 families with pregnant mothers in the Tamang Tadua Divisional Secretariat.
Newsfirst with the people.
According to the police, 5 suspects arrested with drugs in the Southern Sea have been detained and steps are being taken to interrogate the suspects.
The Navy brought the suspected vessel under its custody to the Dikwella port last morning. 5 suspects aboard the vessel were also taken into custody. The boat named Dinukaputa had set out to sea from Gandhara on the 9th of December. During the inspection of the vessel, 170 parcels of drugs hidden in 11 sacks were discovered. Among these parcels, a stock of over 172 kilograms of ice narcotics and over 21 kilograms of heroin was found. The operation was spearheaded by the Navy's Long-Range Special Operations Unit with support from Navy Intelligence, State Intelligence Service, Defense Ministry, Police, Narcotics Bureau, Special Task Force and Coast Guard. Investigations reveal that the suspects are residents of Dondra while the vessel owner is from Chilau.
The main suspect in relation to the case where a T-56 assault rifle and 2 magazines were found inside an abandoned car in Kurukulawa, Ragama has been arrested. The suspect was apprehended by the Police Special Task Force based on information given by the State Intelligence Service.
Based on a tip-off, Kalawatha police inspected a vehicle on the night of the 23rd of December and discovered a T-56 firearm along with 2 parcels of hash. Police stated that the suspects abandoned the vehicle at the location and fled the scene. Police said that the suspect is aged 35 years old and is a resident of Dippitigoda, Kalaniya. Investigations are underway to arrest several other suspects connected to the incident. Further investigations are underway under the directive of the Western Province North Crimes Division. Police noted that the vehicle, found based on a tip-off, had fake number plates. A suspect has been arrested in the Joseph Street in Grand Pass with a T-56 firearm and 27 bullets. The police stated that the raid was conducted based on a tip-off. A 67-year-old resident of Colombo 14 has been arrested. Meanwhile, a 9mm foreign manufactured pistol has been recovered from the Veerasinghe Mawatha in Piliyandala. This was during a raid conducted last night based on a tip-off received by the Western Province North Crimes Division.
From the earth to the deep blue seas and the skies above, Dialogue, Sri Lanka's #1 network, connects the hearts of Sri Lankans to the world. And now, our future is victorious. Advancing a nation through its people.
Where to, madam?
To the future.
Dialogue 5G Ultra. Experience Sri Lanka's #1 5G network today.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya inspected schools in the Badulla district affected by the recent disaster yesterday.
Since last morning, Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya inspected schools in the Badulla district affected by recent disasters, assessing damages and identifying deficiencies. She was accompanied by Minister Samantha Widyarathna and a team of government officials during the visits. Last afternoon, the delegation, including the Prime Minister, visited the Valimara Muslim Vidyalaya. The Prime Minister inspected the limited facilities in the school and the challenges faced by the students.
Meanwhile, roads and bridges damaged by Cyclone Ditwa are being rapidly restored. A temporary bridge is currently being constructed to replace the severely damaged Spring Valley Bridge. On the 27th November, Spring Valley Bridge was destroyed by strong floods originating from the Namanukula mountain range. Due to the disaster, the road from Bulnavar to Siambalawa in Anuradhapura was severely damaged and is currently being repaired with the help of villagers. The Galnavar Pradesh Sabha has provided financial resources and machinery for this purpose. Meanwhile, the bridge connecting Iranavila and Toduvava villages on the Chilau coastal road was also severely damaged by the impact of Cyclone Ditwa. Currently, efforts are being made to rebuild the bridge with the support of the Indian government. The road located in Nochiyagama, Anuradhapura is a main access road to about 5 villages including Horivila, Galkadavila, Timbiriwava and Vanamalgama. This road, which was severely damaged recently, is currently being renovated by the Nochiyagama Pradesh Sabha.
Families affected by the cyclone Ditwa received 50,000 rupees each to purchase essential kitchen and household items at the Badulla District Secretariat yesterday. Our Newsfirst correspondent said that funds were provided to 242 people affected by the disaster.
The upcountry Malayagam community along with NLDB PLC contributed to the Rebuilding Sri Lanka Fund.
The upcountry Malayagam community have contributed 1 million rupees to the government's Rebuilding Sri Lanka Fund, supporting those affected by Cyclone Ditwa. Meanwhile, NLDB PLC has donated 50 million rupees to the fund as well.
Today marks the 4th day of the LOLC Divisavya, Obai Mamai Aperatai Social Welfare Initiative, which loosely translates to You, Me and Our Nation, launched to provide relief to communities affected by recent disasters. Today's program focused on the Kandy district.
For 10 consecutive days, the LOLC Divisaviya initiative will operate across 6 districts severely impacted by the cyclone. These include Kandy, Matale, Kegaul, Badulla, Nuwara and Ratnapura. Under this initiative, dry rations and essential items will be distributed to families whose homes suffered total damage. Today's efforts focused on the Kandy district, where essential items were distributed to numerous families whose homes were completely damaged. The relief activities covered the divisional secretariat divisions of Udunura, Gangawatakoralaya, Harispattua, Akurana, Patadumbara, Medadumbara, Kundasale and Panvila divisions. The program aims to assist 4,000 families across 69 divisional secretariat divisions. Tomorrow, the LOLC Divisaviya You, Me, Our Nation initiative will be conducted in the Ududumbara, Minipe, Matale, Abangangakorale, Yatavatta, Pujapitiya and Thumpane divisional secretariat divisions in the Kandy and Matale districts.
The second day of the Newsfirst Splash Shopping Festival 2025 took place today. As usual, this year's exhibition is being held at the Kandy City Centre in Kandy.
The Newsfirst Splash Shopping Festival is taking the Christmas spirit to the hills. It will once again feature a variety of stalls and entertainment venues where you can buy goods at special discounts and deals. The Newsfirst Splash Shopping Festival 2025 will continue until the 28th of January. You can visit the festival from 9 AM to 9 PM and explore a variety of handicrafts and other goods for sale. The final rites for veteran actor Kalasuri Satish Chandra Edirisinghe, who made immense contributions to the nation's arts for nearly 50 years, took place this evening at Borella Public Cemetery.
Veteran actor Kalashuri Satish Chandra Edirisinghe passed away on the 23rd of December at the age of 84. His mortal remains were laid in state for public viewing at his residence in Nungamgoda, Kalania. The president also paid his final respects, and a large gathering, including artists and politicians, were present. Following religious rites, the mortal remains of the veteran actor were taken to the Borella Cemetery. Remembered in the hearts of the people of Sri Lanka, Satish Chandra Edirisinghe was a highly talented actor who excelled on stage, in television dramas and in cinema. He entered the arts through the radio drama Seri Vanija, made his stage debut with the play Vesantara and debuted in cinema with the film Sampada. Many of the characters he portrayed in television and stage dramas remain vivid in the collective memory today. A gifted writer, teacher, director of television and stage dramas, script writer and speaker. He was a true artist whose talent spanned multiple fields. The mortal remains of Kalashuri Satish Chandra Edirisinghe were brought to Borella Cemetery this evening. After the funeral service concluded, the final rites were performed. Satish Chandra Edirisinghe, an artist whose legacy will remain for generations, bids adieu. May he attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana.
The Sri Lanka Aviation Unit, operating under the United Nations mandate in the Central African Republic, executed a high-risk casualty evacuation mission on the 15th December 2025, saving 2 injured UN personnel from a volatile combat zone.
The urgent call came from Zemio, a region gripped by instability, where 2 UN staff members had sustained combat-related injuries. Within moments, the Sri Lankan team sprang into action, deploying an Mi-17 helicopter for the life-saving operation. Commanding the mission was Wing Commander Nelson De Silva, supported by Flight Lieutenant Arunoda Ekanayaka as co-pilot. Their crew included Squadron Leader Sandeepa Vijayatunga, Sergeant Seniviratna WCN, and Corporal Rodrigo DVPM. On board was an elite aeromedical evacuation team led by Group Captain Sujit Pereira, assisted by Flight Sergeants Sumedha KW and Karunadasa RDH, who delivered critical care mid-flight. The entire operation lasted 1 hour and 45 minutes, culminating in the safe transfer of the casualties to Bangui for advanced medical treatment.
At least 31 people were injured in an accident that occurred on the Beliatta Dikwala Road in Handapangodalla.
At least 31 people were injured in an accident in Handapangodalla on the Beliatta Dikwala Road. Police said a passenger bus heading towards Dikwala collided with a tipper truck. Both drivers in the bus and the tipper were among those injured. The injured have been admitted to hospitals in Batigama, Matara and Tangol.
On to news overseas now. After 17 years in exile, Tariq Rahman, leader of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party and frontrunner to be the South Asian nation's next Prime Minister, returned to Dhaka today to a rousing welcome by thousands of his party's supporters. The heir to Bangladesh's long-time ruling family and head of the powerful Bangladesh Nationalist Party, Tariq Rahman has returned to the country after nearly 17 years in exile. Rahman, a Prime Minister who had lived in London since he fled Bangladesh in 2008 over what he called politically motivated persecution, arrived in Dhaka today. Hundreds of thousands of supporters lined the route from the capital's airport to the reception venue, waving party flags and carrying placards, banners and flowers, while chanting slogans welcoming Rahman as senior BNP leaders received him at the airport under tight security. As acting chairman of the BNP, he is expected to take the reins from his ailing mother, 8-year-old former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia. Rahman is widely viewed as the prime ministerial frontrunner in February's general election. His arrival comes as the BNP regains momentum after the 2024 ouster of long-time leader and Awami League party head Sheikh Hasina. We leave you tonight with scenes from around the world, showcasing the grand celebrations of Christmas.
Thank you for joining us and good night.